Scleroderma, tighten your skin. What's going on, Secoya Nation? Dr. Shem bringing you today's wellness wisdom, and today we're talking about scleroderma because Christy's mom, thanks Anissa, brought this to our attention because Christy is worried about her mom and struggling with scleroderma. So you'll hear us better in a second when the fan turns off. But so scleroderma is thought to be an autoimmune disease, affects the tightening of the skin among other things. It's a connective tissue disorder. Widely misunderstood, widely confusing. From a G&M standpoint, defectiveness is related to scleroderma is related to defectiveness, and so you'll see how this is woven into the different neuroemotional threads. If you haven't seen the video we've done on Raynaud's, go ahead and look at that. There's some close connection to this. They're both considered autoimmune, and they're both considered connective tissue issues. So if you haven't looked at that one, check back in the files, in the archives, if you will, for that information. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. The brain-body connection between scleroderma is related to a bunch of things. So I'll try to give you a synopsis. It's like a separation conflict with shame, an attack on your integrity, the self-evaluation that goes along with an attack on integrity, and then there's the body part connected to it. So if you think about the hand is unable to hold on or let go. So if someone felt an attack on their integrity and they felt shame because of it and they couldn't let go of that incident in their mind, in their subconscious brain, then it's going to show up on their hand. That attack on their integrity might also create a collapse in their existence. They might feel such a level of defectiveness that they literally start questioning who they are and how do I fit in and what's my purpose. And again, it all comes down to the symbolism of where it shows up on your body. So feet are if it shows up on your feet, it'd be unsteady, you're tied down, unable to follow in someone's footsteps. Let's say you had a parent that was shaming you, or you felt like you're attacking your integrity because of a comment they made, and then all of a sudden it shows up in your feet because you feel like you can't follow in their footsteps and stuff like that. That's one idea. Akin to that, similar to that, is you say, I feel so stupid because of what happened. Having had that attack on my integrity, I feel stupid. I feel shamed. I feel, I feel less than myself. There's also, if you were to, let's say you were in a relationship with someone, you separated yourself from them, I can't take it, the drama, I can't, then you repent that, or you're oh, I should not have separated from that person. They were my media naranja, my other half, my media luna, your other half, this whole concept. So then you repent the separation from that person, then that turns into the scleroderma condition contributing to it. Again, remember, this is not causative, it's contributive or contributory, if that's even a word. Or it could be maybe you have two friends that are dating, and then you say to Susie, and Susie's going with Bobby, and you say, Susie, don't date him, he's a jerk. And then they separate, and then Susie's life crumbles, and so you feel terrible. So then you have the scleroderma develop as a result of your shame and your maybe an attack on integrity from you due to Susie, and it just becomes all this stuff, right? Situations that feel unchangeable, they're set in stone, they're immutable, they're unchangeable, they're unchallengeable, that can create a trigger response. Very strong separation from people, when he left or when she left me is part of my identity left. I lost part of myself. I lost some of my, part of me was torn away, if you will. That's kind of a concept that's discussed. And so there is one portion of this that relates to the mother, wanting to avoid contact with the mother. That's something I read about as far as that. And then, of course, another aspect is being so brilliant in order to avoid people having access to you or touching you. The metaphorical touching is if I'm so brilliant, people don't have access to me. I can create a distance. I can be, whatever. So that's one aspect. Not being very kind or transparent, that's another thing to think about. So if you're unkind to other people or you hide things, that can contribute to the development of the connective tissue disorder, if you will. Because you're doing that because you're fearing exposure, you're fearing the judgment from others. That's what I'm looking for. So you're fearing judgment from others, so you withhold, you conceal, you don't show your true colors and stuff like that. So again, you feel defective, you don't want to show your true colors, you don't want to show the world who you are, so that contributes to the development of the condition. And also people who fear their aging, fear that their beauty is going to go away, their skin suppleness, people that have greater vanity than others, those can actually, if they're ingrained so much in their psyche that they're literally living in fear of losing their beauty and they're fearing of aging, that can literally trigger this type of thing. People call it an autoimmune disease. I strongly disagree with that concept. I mean, your body does not make mistakes. It's not stupid. It doesn't attack itself. So what's happening is that you're denying part of you, you're shaming part of you, or something like that. And that is what I've seen in clinical practice that contributes to that autoimmune disease. So those are kind of some of the GNM brain-body connections as far as the root cause goes. So take those into consideration. There's a lot of them. Play it back, share it with your friends who have been labeled scleroderma or whatever that is. Get to the deeper meaning. Have them own their own stuff and how they're fitting in there and how they're showing up with shame or the things like that. And if you have a topic, as we always solicit from you, because we have a long list growing, provide your information about what you'd like us to speak about, how we can help you enhance your life and gain a greater meaning, a greater depth of understanding of your body and your brain and your understanding of how you're fitting into the world, because that's when you're winning. Because when you can become self-aware, then you have truly empowered yourself to say, I can show up different, I can interact differently with people in my life, and that's when you start becoming the creator of your world. So we empower you to do that. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you. So thank you for sharing your ideas with us. We love you, appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.